Hello, I'm going to make another quick video, but I don't know why I didn't bring this up when talking about Silent Hill, but there's another video game movie that not only uses people in suits, but looked a lot better and had a budget. Of course, they have Bloomhouse, but the FNAF 2 trailer. Also, they released a trailer instead of a teaser, I think, as one of their first things. Uh, I might as well talk about this as well, but yeah, they actually use people in suits. I didn't really want them to return the original actors. I kind of like the way too that it's shot. Like there's some angle, some good shots that make it look like a kind of like Blair Witchish, where you're seeing it from like a camera perspective, like this shot right here. But yeah, but I like that there's some segments filled like that. And of course, it looks a lot better and probably even scarier. And I think it's meant to be more of like a weirdly a kid or teen horror instead of like a adult horror. But can it attract the adults' attention to this type of movie? Is the question. And you got them hearing creepy sound. She must look like frickin' Megan there coming through the door. Big present that opens. I'm guessing puppets probably in there. She freaks out, whatever is there. I'm much more enticed to see like what's going on in this. There's Bloomhouse. You got returning actors. Kind of go through because once again I try to avoid copyright stuff. You see some merch from I guess they have their own merch and stuff, merch lineup, which huh, like real life. And it comes to life talking to her, asking for her name, Abby. Help us find our location or whatever, or they will show the location. It's not creepy at all. Here's where a lot of the interesting like shots really come in. And these are actually people in like suits and stuff. And when it's CG, like it's really quick and it's not nearly as bad as what you saw in the Silent Hill teaser. Silent Hill teaser just had really bad CG effects going on. It's weird that I have to compliment like a there's something there. I don't think I've seen that before. Hold on. I don't remember seeing that before when I was watching this because I went through slow motioning before. Here there's like a hand. Is that puppet or is that mangle? I can't tell. Is there something right here? I can't tell. And one of them lifting the door here. But yeah, like it looks much better than what we're getting from the Silent Return to Silent Hill. And it's called Return to Silent Hill, which leads me to think that it's a wonder who that is. Is that Springtrap? I can't tell. But it's got to be a sequel. That's one of my favorite shots. Is like freaking puppet sneaking up behind her. Come on. I don't got something where everybody's dressed up. Math characters. Once again, I don't know about. I think this is most certainly a costume because there's also some like behind the scenes stuff of not only the first movie, but I think even people have seen some stuff, found footage of like these scenes going on. Balloon Boy is going to play a part. I had a theory, by the way, in the previous. I made a quick clip where I can't remember how I put it. I put it better in that clip, but I was theorizing that the the brother to the main character, the guy who plays Peter from Hunger Games. I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. I theorized that his brother was the balloon boy trying to communicate to him in whatever way he can. That's why he saw him every time he like opened up his locker there, and then he was like, at first I was like, okay, that's just a cheesy jump scare. But then I thought, what if it's not just a cheesy jump scare and it's actually something weirdly, actually kind of brilliant? Just because I think they're also hinting that the brother might be in the Balloon Boy animatronic. So we'll have to see. You got Mangle there. But this just looks like a much, that's definitely freaking purple guy. Or well, in his Springtrap outfit. But yeah, this is just, they're actually using like practical effects and such for these. And like, go this way, Silent Hill. Why didn't you go this way? I hope also that this movie has a lot better like scares. You remember how, I don't know if I mentioned this, but uh I remember Nostalgia Critic saying that he loved when the It movie was like a fun horror, like scary, like fun house or whatever. Like when they went to that creepy freaking house in this first chapter one of It. Why can't the whole movie be kind of like that? And I kind of think they should do that with this, but with, you remember the scene in the first FNAF movie where those guys break in and they're trying to wreck the place and they get attacked by the animatronics. What if we did a little bit more of that? Because I thought once they started to get the girl and stuff and focus on the plot stuff, which is fine because there is some cool plot to the FNAF series. But what if they focused? Because once I saw the whole like them building a chair fort or whatever, I was like, that is the stupidest thing I've seen in not only just a horror movie, but in FNAF. I was like, okay. That's why I think the first FNAF movie was only half a good movie, half a, this isn't FNAF. Because it did dumbass things like that. It was like, that makes no freaking sense. And it matches none of the rest of the tone or vibe of the movie that you were setting up. So what the frick is this sequence? It's just cheesy in a bad way, in my opinion. And I felt like I was cringing a little bit. Like, fine, okay, Matt Pat, love the guy, you can have that guy and stuff. But that was just like, what the frick? And yeah, it's just like, what? I don't get it with dumbass scenes like that. And I guess focusing on the plot stuff is just like kind of slows down the pacing. But I mean, there is some good story or, well, lore that probably more so the audience of FNAF have added, or Matt Pat himself. But yeah, either way, I think I'm hoping that they will handle it better in the sequel here. You got the mask part, of course. There's no way I'm gonna wear that. And I kind of do like the jump scare that comes up here. See if it's taking a little bit. There it is. That looks like an actual. That looks like somebody in a actual suit or something. And even if that's not, that's much better like CG than what the frickin' Silent Hill movie was going with. Like, what the frick? That's actually kind of creepy too. The eyes might kind of make it a bit weird because it's like pink eyes, but yeah, it's much scarier than the frickin' Silent Hill trailer, that's for sure. And you get to see this boy, our little beat up boy here, Bonnie. But yeah, much better trailer than what we got with the frickin' Silent Hill Return to Silent Hill movie. It's like, why did they frick that up already from a teaser? A fricking teaser. And we get a official trailer of FNAF, and it actually looks much better. I'm hoping it's better. Like, once again, don't have stupid cheesy parts like the frickin' chair fort building crap. Like, if you have that again, I'm done. I'm not watching a third one of these. I know other people might, but no. You're not as good as Sonic the Hedgehog, which Sonic does have problems, like the human characters get in the way. It's the same problem I have with some of the Godzilla stuff. Um, I mean, there are a lot of the older Japanese Godzilla stuff had a lot of humans, had the plot focus there, but the actors, as well as any kind of cheese it may have, lent a lot better to some of those. As well as like if you're talking about the original Godzilla, it works there for the message that movie's going for too, and the theming. But god damn does it not work from some of the latest stuff because the plots they have to tell us and to our face in those movies aren't always that great, as well as the characters aren't developed all that well. But that they've been getting it finally with the King Kong Godzilla stuff, so it's finally kind of getting there where we want it to be. But it did take a little bit, so let's hope that the same thing will be a little quicker with the FNAF movies. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say on that. I hope I'm proven wrong on Silent Hill. I'm a big fan of the Silent Hill video games. Silent Hill 2 is like one of my favorite horror games of all time, next to Dead Space, the original Dead Space, if you're wondering, and Alien Isolation. Those are my three favorites. If you want to know what games genuinely scare the crap out of me, I think Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, Siren 2. God, the imagery in that game is freaking horrifying. And then same thing with Silent Hill 4 The Room. I kind of want a movie on that, honestly. I love Silent Hill 4 The Room. It's such a freaking scary ass game with its imagery as well. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed or found something interesting. I will see you next time. If there is any copyright stuff I have to deal with, even though I'm pretty sure I should have been doing it by like I'm forgetting the name now for some reason. I'm forgetting. God damn it, my memory's just not good right now. You know what I'm talking about though. But yeah, I will try and deal with it as it comes. You have a great day, and I will see